Today we're going to be doing the long division in the traditional way. The traditional way of long division generally uses mental math in combination with multiplication. In long division, we are always starting with the left side of the number. So in the other methods of addition, subtraction, and multiplication, we always start from the right to the left. Now in long division, we're going to be starting with the left going to the right, so from larger to smaller numbers. Now when we're thinking about long division, we are trying to take the 7 and we're trying to find what multiplication times 7 is going to fit into all of these numbers. So the first way that we could start is how many times, or what times 7 will equal 4. Now we know that this is nothing right now because 7 times 1 is going to be 7 and it's too large. So right above we know that it's going to be a 0 in the thousands column. So what are we going to do next? The next thing we're going to do now is we're going to move over and we're going to enlarge this number and we're going to start with 46 instead of the 4. So we could just kind of divide this number up right here between 46 and 59. Now, in our heads, we're going to be thinking 7 times blank is going to equal 46. So this is almost the same as doing an equation earlier. So let's just say our equation was 46 equals 7 times blank, which is now algebra, 7 times a if we were to think about. And this is exactly what we're doing. Now we know that 7 times anything is not going to equal 46. So what we have to think about is 7 times what is going to be as close to 46 as possible without going over. So think of it as the Price is Right. On the Price is Right, when you're making guesses to get on the show, you cannot go over the price. So what is the closest multiple of 7 that is to 46 without going over? So if I go through all the different possibilities from 1 to 9, I will come up that it is 6. So 7 times 6 actually equals 42. So we're going to put the answer right below the 46. Now whatever the multiple is, you're also going to put in the hundreds column, which is 6 right on top. Now the next step is to subtract 46 minus 42. And we get the answer of 4. Now we've finished with the 4 and the 6. Now we have to deal with the 5. So this 5 is now going to drop down and sit right next to the 4. So now we're going to be dealing with the 45. And once again, we have to think of ourselves. We're always dealing in multiples of 7. 7 times blank is going to equal 45, or close to 45 without going over. Remember, the Price is Right. And once again, we could see that this should be 6, as it will be 42. Now we're going to place the 6 over the 5s in the tens column, and then we're going to complete our multiplication and then our subtraction once again. Now we have one more number to deal with, and that is the 9, and that is going to sit right next to the 3, and now we have a new number of 39. And we're going to do the same thing. We have an equals over here, and we're thinking 7 times blank is going to equal 39, or as close as possible to 39 without going over. So going through all our multiples, 5 is the closest, as 7 times 5 is 35. We'll subtract it, and we have 4. Now that we have 4, we have to take a look at the 7. The 4 is less than 7, so that means we now have a remainder. Don't forget to put the 5 over the one spot. So if it is lower than 7, we simply use that 4. We put an R that indicates remainder, and our answer is going to be 665, remainder 4.